well with just about anybody. I think my should be picked up here, I think. Unless CDEC is considering a different 4 position.
Invictus Gaming's turn.
Monkey King.
Alright. CDC gonna go back for a Monkey King. Right now, still unclear whether this is a position 1 Monkey King or position 4. Can play the both position. Last game we saw position 1 Monkey King, and I mean he did amazing in the lane. Like I think he got a killing spree about 4 minutes in the game. Was kind of bullying the top lane very much so. I think it's more so the team really kind of let him down. So we'll see if they have the confidence to go back for the Monkey King. Last game Monkey King also had to play against the Bat Rider, so he can't really use the Primal Spring ability that well. And this game he doesn't have to worry about that. The Bat Rider is on his team. In terms of quote-unquote counters to Monkey King, teams are trying out things like Ursa. Just kind of outright click him, get up on his face. Although I think that is quite risky, especially against the Bat Rider as well.
Dire team pick.
Alright. 4 position Sand King, that's going to be Boboka's hero. So looking for a very mobile core to basically counter initiate against the Bat Rider whenever the global is not up. It'll surprise me if this is a position 3 Sand King, but I guess it could be played like that as well. Earthshaker is still in the pool. Not picked up. Crazy. By the way, the story is that IG has come off a pretty big loss against Keen, tier 2 Chinese team. So people are kind of doubting how strong IG is, but last game it definitely looked really strong. So not looking at the draft, I will predict that IG is going to probably win against CDEC, who has undergone some big roster shuffles. Some would call them Shade +4. Although Sing Sing's Chinese cousin Sang Sang drafting over here. Okay, we're gonna see Sven in position 1, so this is gonna move Monkey King into position 4, and CDC likely need to pick up a carry. I wonder what the idea behind the Sven pick, because I don't think Sven naturally does pretty well against what IG's got. You normally pick Sven into a lineup that relies a lot on the physical damage, where you could get the Warcry in. Or you pick Sven in a lineup where you could do some sort of wombo combo. That you see things like, for example, Darkseer, Earth Spirit, and Sven as a kind of a teamfight combo lineup. It feels like they're just picking Sven because it's a good hero and they like Sven. Which I guess is a fine enough reason. But I think IG has a lot of room to adapt to this Sven pick. We probably pick a mid laner that doesn't rely too much on physical damage, and an off laner that could deal well with Sven. Oh, there you go. There's a magic damage dealer against the Sven. Reaper Scythe, pretty decent one at that. Don't forget that Ancient Apparition's Ice Vortex is going to increase Necrophos' damage output. Although I wonder how would Necrophos itemize against the Silencer. Is he gonna get an early Yule Scepter? Maybe a kind of a mid-game BKB or something like that? We shall see. We might even see something like a Greaves, although the Necro that are played these days are definitely not going for mech. But this might be one of the few games that you do. Clockwork as the last final band here. Looks like they're really looking to protect this Monkey King. The position for Monkey King, there's a lot of quote-unquote counters, any kind of vision heroes I could see over tree
Turn
lines.
to pick.
Bat Rider, Night Stalker, Keeper of Light, Clockwork. So there's a lot left in the game, but with the 2 supports already selected, I don't think
Dire
IG
team
has the option to go for those kind of heroes. Instead, they're going to go for a DK. So DK mid, Mirana safe lane, Necro off lane. And I think Ancient Apparition and Sand King will either partner up with the Mirana or the Necro to go into the Sven's lane. Give a 1v1 matchup to the other hero.
10 seconds remaining.
And probably aggressively trialing against the Sven.
5 seconds remaining.
Pretty good strategy if you ask me. And now you have a very tanky frontline hero to maybe withstand Sven's damage output. Alright, Queen of Pain final pick here. I gotta say, this draft looks extremely like balanced in terms of both teams got some great initiation, both teams got some good team fights, a lot of stuns here and there. Although, with the even draft, I'm still giving the advantage to IG. Simply think that they are the better team.
Prepare for battle.
Alright, let's get ourselves into the game. Bat Rider already aggressively porting in. Only has the 1 ward. Normally you see 2 wards. Where you go ward 1 here and like 1 in the mid lane or something like that. The other ward on Sang Sang, the roaming Monkey King. Meanwhile, the rest of IG so far going for offensive tri lane. Interesting to see them, neither of them porting out actually, or buying a smoke. Well, there is a smoke, but not using it aggressively. They are going to get a 1v1 here against Mirana, who is already looking to upgrade into a magic wand very early into the game.
30 seconds to battle.
Newbie scouting out the lane. I think CDEC should expect this kind of lane configuration as well. 3-man smoke here. IG looking to seal the bounty rune as well as perhaps get a first blood. Sven, Sven already selected his spell, so if he needs Warcry here, he will not have access to it. In fact, smoke's gonna break here. Bubblegum runs down south, and Sven just has to give up the rune. Alright, pretty good start here for IG. Triple rune. Stormhammer flies. Bubblegum loses about half of his HP, but he's got the boots. He should be fine. Now, the one downside of this IG squad is that they don't really have a good hero for helping out Dragon Knight in the mid lane. And that might be the reason why they selected Dragon Knight as the final pick, so he gets to... He's one of the harder to kill mid heroes. With that said though, Monkey King is quite the annoying thing. Not much the Dragon Knight can do about this. Bubblegum coming in here, looking for a quick D ward and trying to block off this pull cam in the future. Taking quite a bit of damage here from the silencer. Finally, off lane here we got Bat versus Mirana. Magic Wand already purchased. Still though, I think this is a pretty Bat favored lane. Even with Leap, I think Bat Rider could actually chase down Mirana if the chase starts like over here or something like that. Alright, Q finally rotates in to help out the mid lane, but I think the damage has already been done. Queen of Pain with 6 denies. I'm pretty sure one of them was the range trip deny, so OP losing out on the experience a little bit. But that said though, Sang Sang was sharing the experience with the co-op, so it's not looking all too bad for OP. Going for the pull through, needs to tank the creep a little bit. There you go. Beautifully done. And the reason that you want to pull through here instead of here is that if you pull through this way, it's very easy for an offlaner to walk here and pull the creeps. If you pull this way, it's harder to do, but it's also much harder for IG to disrupt it. So, good stuff.
I could do this all day.
Veronica popped that one. Get some mana back. My mic is dying. Let me see if I could change it. Sorry, guys. Okay, I've reset my mic. Unfortunately, we're working with a 2-minute delay, so let me know if it still is an issue. I'm sorry about that. I'll fix it if the problem persists. So far, a pretty passive game. Dire leading the CS here. Although I think IG is actually pretty okay with the laning stage. As long as they shut down the Sven up top, which they are doing a very good job of. And with this kind of configuration, the Silencer as well as the Monkey King can't really go for stacks for the Sven as well. And I don't think CDEC could win this game without the Sven, so I think even though they're losing out a little bit on the mid and off lane, IG is very happy with how the laning stage overall is going. Oh, that's a value curse. If anyone's wondering why he's walking courier form, is that courier form has higher base movement speed than the monkey form, or I guess the human form, so it's actually faster if you travel like this. And you also don't get tower hits, so you could just run right under the tower like this. Alright, here comes the IG support rotation. I'm not exactly sure what they're looking to do though. I don't think they could kill the Queen of Pain. I think they were looking to maybe kill and bother the Sang Sang a little bit. The Sang Sang's already across the map. Actually making a very slow rotation. No Dragon Tail available either. This seems like a dubious kill attempt here against Shade. Oh, there is that Dragon Tail. Burrow Strike. Just kidding, man. Oh, there you go. You don't expect Dragon Knight to grab that Dragon Tail, but when you do, OP picks up the first blood. So great rotation. Meanwhile, simultaneously on the bottom side, Gaze of Death. Gonna go down. Alright, looks like the mic was fixed. Yeah, sorry about that. But we should be good from now on. Still good trade here for IG. Well, they did force a shrine usage when the Bat Rider is not even there, so I was thinking that might have been a little bit of waste of mana to dump it onto Monkey King that was gonna shrine up with his core anyways, but they did force him to use it early, so. With the support gone, Sven looking to get some farm, but I'm not sure whether he can. We've been seeing a lot more of this offlane hero picking up the Orb of Venom just to harass. It might seem like a little weird, but that's movement decrease allows you to get off a couple more right clicks. And against a melee hero, you can actually chase pretty hard. Sonic Wave's gonna hit here onto Chu Hero, but now they're gonna try to turn it around against Sang Sang. Sang Sang, good chain stun, they will get the one kill. Shay coming in here, will get another. OP does have the haste rune. Probably needs to haste himself out of there. I think he does. Good trade here for CDEC. puts a Sonic Wave on cooldown, but gets him quite a bit of gold. Despite with the first blood here, OP still losing out a little bit in terms of net worth, but kind of expect that in the Dragonite versus Squat matchup. Again, the key difference is that Sven sitting at 1900 gold and Mirana and Necro doing extremely well. I have no idea how this Sven is going to recover. Ancients, no stacks, so it's going to be looking really rough. OP walks up top and is looking to take down this tier 1 tower. Not much that CDEC could do about this. Monkey King is going to hop around a little bit, allowing Q to grab a quick early level 4. Does CDEC actually want to fight this is the question. Batrider comes in, does have the Flaming Lasso, but very far off from his Blink Dagger. I thought he was farming a little bit better. I guess he put a lot of gold into his Soul Ring, which is a build that we saw XSS do last game. Back in the mid lane, ooh. Cold Feet into Dragon Tail, but missing a little bit of that range. Had they hit the Dragon Tail, pretty sure that was a kill. Very low armor hero, and that was, you're looking at 3 to 4 seconds to change them there. The normal timing for a Tranquil Boots Soul Ring Blink Dagger on Batrider is about 11 minutes or so. And I'm not sure whether he's actually going to get it. I guess if he just like sits in the lane and farm for the next 3 minutes he will, but sure Mirana is going to harass him a little bit. Mirana going for the exact same build that he went for last game. Face, Wand, Aquila into Diffuser Blade. Nothing too special, nothing too fancy. Pretty good against Sven, I guess.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Monkey King jumping right in here. It looks like they're going to go right on Q. Q going to be dead. Actually, Flame Break doesn't even hit, but they won't need him to hit. And Q gets a last hit on that, so... Alright, halfway to Blink already, so... And the nice thing with this build is that even though he's out of mana right now, he doesn't need to go back home. Probably hit up these jungles when Firefly's back up, pop that Soul Ring, and you're good to go. So that is the one big benefit of going for Soul Ring instead of drums. Ooh, nice blink away here by Shade. I think Q should have probably ported into somewhere like here instead of porting right in lane, because that really gives up the gank. Top lane Necro gets the tower. Didn't get the last hit. Looks like he's gone for Hood first, which is a very interesting item build. I guess early game-wise, CDEC does have a lot of magic damage from the Quap, so it does make sense, but I don't know if he needs it this early. Maybe going for the Hood earlier would help him actually get more early game kills. Sven completely giving up the lane, which I think might be the right choice. He's honestly not getting too many CS there, and jungling creeps is better than getting nothing, I guess. Alright, looks like we're going to see the first smoke rotation, I think. Smoke and backpack. Question is, are they going to pick up any other hero? No. Rotation up top, and they're going to go for Necrophos, which I guess this is where the Hood first is going to come in handy. If the Batrider comes in looking to lasso him down. Or maybe they're going to go for Boboka. Boboka going for a very old school support build, where you upgrade your Tranquil Boots and then you still buy another Windlace. And then you're looking at over 400 MS on a support hero, which is pretty insane considering, you know, how underfarmed and slow support heroes normally are. Of course, you can upgrade it into Yule Scepter or Drums a little bit later on if you want.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It looks like the Smoke Airball and IG. Good job avoiding the gank. Right, IG has given a lot of room and space for Q to hit level 6. He does have it. Is it time for Smoke Gank? Yes, it is. They have the Reaper Scythe as well, so
Under attack.
they've been putting a lot of ganks onto this Quap. I think they might actually... Yeah, I think Quap might have seen it.
Bottom tower is under
Radiant
attack.
are scanning.
Nice scan here, seeing that there's going to be a couple of heroes under this hill. Good recognition. If CDEC didn't actually see the heroes, they did see all 5 heroes of IG were off the map, so good recognition here by CDEC. Dodging a pretty crucial gank. If they got the Reaper Scythe kill on the Mirana, sorry, on the Quap, that would have been a pretty big deal. The thing is, I don't think CDEC could actually defend any of the towers. Well, it looks like the straight arrow did hit. Gaze of Death leaping in.
Dire's middle
Getting a
tower
solo
is
kill.
under attack.
Alright.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bobuka racing towards that Blink Dagger. Still pretty far away. Ooh, looks like Sonic Wave kill attempt. Not gonna be enough here. Shade. Blink on cooldown for a little bit, but we'll get it up. Dragon Knight with Haster, and is he gonna try to follow? That'll be it. Sonic Wave on cooldown though. And this Sven is still mega poor. It's catching up a little bit. Sven as a carry hero really hits his first peak once he goes MOM Blink. Lasso's gonna come out here. Hood not being activated just yet. They're gonna try to burn him down. Global's gonna get used as well. They don't have nearly enough damage to kill him thanks to that Hood. So let's question the XSS choice a little bit, but definitely pays off here. That's Global, Sonic Wave, and Lasso used in a span of 1 minute. So I think CDEC won't be able to do too much of anything. And they're gonna have to just watch IG farm. Okay, Shade. Trying to go for this kill, but
Radiant's middle tower
Bobuka
is
with
under
that
attack.
high MS just walks it off.
Worthy tribute.
This is a pretty slow farming game, and I think that favors IG. I think IG's hero scales a little bit better,
Dire's bottom tower
considering that
is
Sven
under
has been
attack.
so underfarmed.
Dire's structure
And
is
their items that they're getting next are much more dangerous. Nice deny here coming out from
Dire's
CDEC.
bottom tower has
Like for
been
example,
defeated.
Sanking getting his blink is a pretty
Radiant's
big
middle
deal.
tower is under
Dragon
attack.
Knight going for Armlet and then blink. I think that's gonna put CDC in the back foot. And yeah, Mirana doesn't scale that well compared to Sven, but Mirana's farming much better than Sven, leading by 1,000 net worth. And Mirana doesn't, like, as a hero, doesn't scale that poorly, and especially with his Midas pickup. I think any slow game is gonna favor IG. One thing I like to see is IG try to level up this Necro a little bit more. Getting to level 12 is pretty big deal. Reaper Scythe opening up as a stun, but the Dragon Form just ends. Can he actually get in range here? Ghost Shroud as a movement speed slow. They need to hit him before he jumps away. Yes, he does get it to hit off. Couple more nukes. And can he juke in the trees? He's gonna get Primal Spring. 1 second to hit. Cancels it. One more. She jumps away. No, that sword. That long range sword. Meanwhile, Gaze of Death looks like getting a solo kill. Bobuka able to burrow strike, but unfortunately unable to burrow strike far away enough. And Queen's gonna pick up the kill. Big pick here for CDEC. Getting the Sand King before the blink finishes. Good stuff. Still though, this Mirana is actually doing extremely well. He's been really quiet farming, but 2-1-0. Looking for solo kills whenever he can.
Allies disappear.
And we're gonna see a Moonlight Shadow initiation. Sven has no idea. Farming camp after camp. Let's see if oh, arrow. Good guess. But neutral blocks it. Yeah, the nice thing about Midas is that Necro has very good spike points. Level 12, level 18. And also at level 20, you could get the spell amp to increase your scythe damage. So, I mean, Midas on core hero is always good, but Necro in particular, like he's quite level dependent as a hero. The sad thing about CDEC is that they don't really want to trade farm like this, but they really can't do much. Sven is so under farmed, he really needs Blink to fight, but Sven, interestingly, going for a BKB. Bobuka trying to burrow strike away. No flaming lasso, so that kill is really hard to come by. Good teleport support backing up Bobuka. Normally you don't want to really teleport for a support like that, but he is so close to a blink, so... Wow, almost dies. Leaps forward, Diffusal Blade, arrow, and that is a kill. I like that. Even waits for his Necro to come in for the Reaper Scythe kill. Good stuff. Ooh, Bobuka farming, very low HP, but Monkey King instead going towards the mid lane. Sven showing off the blink and getting the quick kill. Yeah, I saw the BKB queued up. I was like, what the hell are you going for the BKB? Sven going for such an early BKB is almost always game losing. But gets a blink, and now I think it's going for Chrysalis. Oh no, Bobuka not like this. Uses a Burrow Strike for a creep, so I think he's dead for sure. Oh man, feels bad. So close to buying his blink.
That's exact.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Then
some angry ass pings here coming out from the Quap. Moonlight Shadow initiation, but it's a trap. No, it's not a trap because Sven is just farming right now. Blink, Burrow Strike. Global's gonna get used, but the Sun's gonna be available. They are gonna just right click him down. The Global way too late. I think as soon as you saw the Sand King Burrow Strike at Quap, you had the Global right then and there to prevent the other Suns from coming out. Sven finally in the lead when it comes to the farm, but even though Sven is in the lead right now, he is still behind what he should normally be at. But still, very, very good recovery from Sven considering his start. Solo kill attempt. Alright. Good stuff. Sansang doesn't have a teleport back out, but looks like nobody's going to punish him for that. The rest of the team pushing it tier 2. Very sneaky Bobuka. They don't see the silencer, so no initiation there. You know, I keep saying that IG is okay going long, but in the last 5 to 10 minutes, CDEC has really caught up very well. And all of a sudden, I think Sven is becoming a very, very big threat, especially if he's not even stopping to get a BKB. Normally, Sven goes for Blink, or Mask of Madness, Blink, Chrysalis, and then back to a BKB if he's feeling duressed. And he's like, needs a BKB in these team fights, but the game has been so quiet where the Sven doesn't even need to join any team fight. Then he doesn't need to buy the BKB yet, so he could go for a straight up damage item. And I think IG really doesn't have any items or heroes that could tank that kind of damage output. Dragon Knight, I guess, can get ahead of his Halberd, but he's working for his own BKB. There's really no AoE armor item, like a Buckler or a Vlad's or anything like that. And I think IG really wants something like a Shiva's or AC. XSS going for a Veil of Discord. A little bit of good armor there, but obviously works extremely well with your Reaper Scythe. It looks like he's going to be going for a Lincoln Sphere. Interesting. Really itemizing to protect himself against the Batrider. Once again, IG using that Moonlight Shadow, but every time CDEC has been playing very defensively to avoid these ganks. And I guess if you're CDEC, every time you see 5 heroes off the map, you just back up a little bit. And this is where it picks up the movement of IG. And now, CDEC could smoke and counter initiate. Oh, Mirana, they see him farming. Blink Lasso's gonna be good. Can he jump away? No, he cannot. And that is gonna be a quick kill. Oh, that is a freaking wow. Global used. I guess they're expecting XSS to maybe channel an epicenter or something like that. That was some heavy commitment, but CDC looks like they're gonna able to get a tier 2. The thing that IG needs to be very careful about is that they can't lose another team fight like in this vicinity of the map. If they lose a fight here, then they just lose Roche. And then all of a sudden this Sven is gonna be way too big. Blink straight away, no lasso, still on cooldown. And balance strike. Oh, they know where he is to cancel the TP. They have vision of him. He has burrow strike in 1 second. Burrow strike back out, but Shade's already here. Boboga is getting caught again and again. 1-4-1. Normally Boboga extremely effective as a 4th position roamer, but maybe he needs to be playing his invis heroes like you know, the Rickies, the Bounties, the Nixes. Getting caught quite a bit here. There's such a big difference in terms of damage output from the both team. On one side you have Dragon Knight finishing at BKB, which helps them tank, but honestly, when it comes to right click, I'd much rather be on the Daedalus side of Sven. I casted a game yesterday. It was, I want to say, Braveheart versus IG Vitality, where Braveheart was winning pretty much throughout the early and mid game, and then Sven showed up one fight with Daedalus and just like pretty much got an ultra kill on his own. So this is definitely one of Sven's biggest power peaks, and I'm surprised that CDC is not aggressively looking for a smoke gank. Ooh, they see where the Sven is and immediately Moonlight Shadow, but again, if you look at from the point of view of the Dire, they don't see anybody on the side of IG's map, so they'll just back up. Or now sees a little bit of Radiant heroes, so they should be fine. Instead, it's going to be Q getting initiated on. They are going to get the kill. The question is, are they going to lose any heroes? Does not seem like it. Sang jumping his way out of there. IG is playing very sloppy. They should be running a lot of these smoke ganks. Maybe it's too obvious when they use Moonlight Shadow, because all 5 heroes off the map, but maybe show 1 or 2 heroes and go for smoke ganks, because these Moonlight Shadows are just not connecting. They are pinging out OP. Are they trying to kill this Dragon Knight?
Dire structures are fortified.
Oh, they need to lasso him before he gets off his BKB. On the right side, good scan. Let's scout the position. Meanwhile, Boboga on the chase. They had a Tinker Ward here, seeing the Bat Rider. But Bat Rider in tree lines. Pretty much invincible. Meanwhile, it looks like the tower has got denied as well. Crean and Pain pushing in the bottom lane, denying the top. CDC has recovered extremely well in this early to mid game. And you can see through their ganks, they've been pretty much in the lead now. Alright, CDC.
Double damage.
On the hunt. This is the area of the team fight where they want to win a fight in. If they win a fight here, like just like maybe a 3 versus 1, they take Roche, and they straight up win the game. CDC, Bat Rider looking for the jump. Jump, they will find Q. Q's gonna get jumped on the right side of the Burrow Strike. Where's that global? That global, again, so damn late. XSS is gonna survive as a result here. Still though, pretty good team fight so far. Schwan gonna get jumped in on the back line. He's gonna go down. Good recovery here from IG. Looks like they're gonna get the Monkey King as well, getting caught out. And all of a sudden, it's IG winning a team fight. And maybe they could threaten to get Roche. As soon as Sven jumped in for a Stormhammer engagement, you gotta just global then. Not impressed with Schwan silencer play. IG pokes at Roche, but don't feel like they have enough damage to do it quickly. Are they actually gonna go back for it? Seems like it. XSS pushing out the mid wave. He's got Blink Dagger now, so Blink Scythe is gonna be a play. Wobuka taking quite a bit of damage here. Meanwhile, the Ancient's annoying the Bat Rider a little bit. Again, Radiant backs off. Global Silence still down for a minute, so CDC. Gotta play it a little bit carefully.
Out of my way!
The problem that Mirana currently is in is that she's at a point where in the game where she has a lot of items, but the way the hero scales, she doesn't really do that much damage. For example, this item build is the item build that Juggernaut goes for. And Juggernaut is really strong at this stage of the game because he has a crit built in, and of course he has Omni Slash. But Mirana doesn't have those kind of abilities, so she essentially just has to farm. She's not really strong until she picks up like a Butterfly, or maybe a BKB plus like a Maelstrom above this. So this is why IG feels so weak compared to Sven, who's pretty much at his peak right now, in terms of like damage output in the mid to late game.
Dire are scanning.
Ooh, Monkey King has a Desolator finish. Well, it's pretty farm for a support. 3, 4, and 8 is his score, involved in a lot of kills. And it looks like both team is looking to... Again, both team understands whoever gets the next Aegis is going to be really, really ahead. So it's imperative that both team constantly check. On the Radiant side, you could check with Arrow, as well as Ice Vortex and Ice Blast. And on the CDEC side, they could check with Monkey King, Bat Rider. Alright, Radiant Scan's going to find a couple of heroes here. An immediate smoke. Sang Sang jumps into pit, checks Roche, nothing's happening there. Arrow flies in. Ooh. A little bit short. IG runs around, Queen of Pain, behind this tree. Oh no! The Lincoln's gonna block it, but now they're gonna get enough. Global again! Late! Does absolutely nothing. Siwan, can you like just wake up and not be asleep on the wheel? I have not seen a good global yet. They know where Sang Sang is. Okay, do they have any way to actually stop him from jumping? Nope, he's a tree on a tree. And that global's down for a long, long time. IG should be able to get this Roche. Still no BKB for Sven. And I think that's why he's not comfortable for going in. Remember when I said that the item build for Sven is Mask of Madness, Blink, Chrysalis into BKB? He finished the Daedalus, which is really good for damage output, but as a result, he really can't take this early game fight. Oh, only a Monkey King god can find another Monkey King. And can also feed another Monkey King. Alright. I know I'm flaming Bobuka a little bit, but that was Q's fault 100% of the time, right? He knew exactly where the Monkey King is, and he missed Ice Blast, so... Feels bad for Bobuka. Or I guess maybe Bobuka shouldn't went in, because the Ice Blast was gonna miss.
I'll take that.
Anywho. Aegis on the Mirana. And I think this is more or less a farming Aegis. I don't think IG is really strong enough to make a play off of this Aegis. I mean, they might take a team fight, but... For example, I don't think they could push high ground or anything like that. And Mirana is just going for another big item. Once he finished the Maelstrom, then all of a sudden I think Mirana is pretty much coming online. Also, forgot to mention that level 20, a very critical level from Mirana, getting the attack speed, sorry, the attack damage bonus. And that's where she really like scale and could keep up with some of the other hypercores in the game. CDEC going for a smoke play? Don't have any smoke available. Alright, tier 2 push.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And all they're gonna do is put the Mirana in the front. No need to go too ham. Bad Rider looking for the initiate. Oh, nice micro on the fake Mirana. It's gonna grab a real run. Oh, and the global again, of course, always late. Reaper Scythe's gonna get the kill. Sven comes in trying to kill anything and everything, but can't kill anybody. Now goes for the Dragon Knight. Not gonna be enough. Everybody survive on the IG side. The jumping for Boboka, but Boboka has Moonlight Shadow, so he's gonna be fine. Meanwhile, on the right side, Sven does not have a BKB, so he does go down. Mirana Aegis triggers. Burrow Strike's gonna hit right now, and Schwan gonna pay for his sins. He goes down. They know where the monkey is, and they now see him. Arrow's gonna connect, and the IG routing CDEC. 4 for nothing. They get the tier 2, and they're gonna go high ground now. Huge team fight victory. And I gotta say, when you pick a silencer and he misses every single global, that is a big, big problem. Tier 3 goes down. Leap attack speed bonus for the team. IG gonna take a full lane of racks.
Dire's middle barracks is falling.
That's a pretty rough, hard commit for CDEC. Great micro from Gaze of Death, right? Microing that illusion. It's a very simple play in the book, but got CDEC pretty hard.
Coin for me.
Dire's top shrine has fallen.
And I think we're scaling to a point where IG is coming back online in the late game. So I already talked about Mirana scaling in terms of hitting level 20, which is, oh, there you go, plus 50 damage. Necrophos getting his 20 with the spell amp. And of course maxing out the Reaper side. All that thought here. Blink Jules picking one up here. Burrow Shrike gonna be there as well. And now it's gonna be OP going for the stun. It is gonna find on Newbie. Newbie gonna get scythed. BKB on Sven running away, but Mirana's on the chase. He's got himself the diffusal play, so he could, well, Burrow Strike. He's got the arrow, connect. Epicenter is gonna be there, and that should be a kill. Sven dies another time. The other part of late game scaling is that OP picks up his level 18, and you could basically just control the Sven with your Frost Dragon. And Sven, even with his BKB turned on, is going to be walking very, very slow. Oh, interesting to see that the Dragon Knight went for the plus 300 health instead of the plus 120 GPM, which is a pretty common talent. I guess he just want to make sure that he tanks the Sven. So, pretty good shit. And IG really needs to work on their team coordination. Because I think that's pretty much where they lost the game. Really messed up too many team fights.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
You can really tell that IG is such a good Monkey King team. Like they know like how to play against Monkey King. I feel like Shansang has had such a tough time trying to jump from tree to tree, and there's always like an arrow scouting you, Ice Vortex, Sand King just randomly Burrow Striking through the trees. I mean, Boboka's probably the best Monkey King player in China, so I'm sure his team have learned a lot from him, and any team that's picking Monkey King against them is going to be rough.
This'll come in handy.
Gaze of Death, Moonlight Shadow in the late game. Boboka Link Burrow Strike. He's got a Lincoln Sphere, breaks the Lincolns, and now Global. Okay, this one pretty good on time here. No stun to follow up, but still Mirana is still stunned up. Oh, sorry, Pop's still stunned up going down. Oh, OP barely surviving right now. Will try to walk it off. He's still alive. The Stormhammer is going to hit. Can it get off the last right click? Looks like that fire is going to burn him down. Mio on the right side, Sven still looking hard. XSS looking for the Reaper Scythe. Has a dig on Reaper Scythe. Bang! Gets him dead, and Sang Sang just calls the GG. All they got was the Dragon Knight, and thanks to his 300 health talent, was able to survive for a long time. IG flexing their muscle is going to take down CDEC for a second game in a row. We'll check some of the endgame score, but I don't think this game was really about the scoreboard. For CDEC, I think they missed their mid-game timing quite a bit. Remember when Sven had the Daedalus really early in the game? I want to say like 25 minutes in the game. They should be really aggressively looking for global silence plus Batrider ganks. And then you take kills, and then you take Roche, and then you take tier 2s, and you take the game. That was really CDEC's timing. They missed it by a mile. And of course, I don't want to, you know, beat a dead horse, but Silencer really needs to step up his game. Also, I felt like Shade's performance had a really good early game, but then just fell off. So I felt like the Quap also really needed a little bit of play. But IG looking really strong. They bided their time through the weak timing, and then as soon as they hit their level 18s and 20s on the core heroes, they just win, and then they just won team fights. So good stuff. IG will now progress to the winner bracket. Tomorrow we got, let's see, LGD versus Invictus Gaming, and LFY versus Invictus Gaming, and LGD versus IG Vitality in the upper bracket. In the lower bracket, we got eHome versus CDEC,